Me and 3 of my friends got invited to the CECC Esports competition in Arlington. This happened because we were in the top 16 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for middle schools and had made it past the playoffs, and that meant we were able to play in person at the official esports stadium. This is my first ever vlog, so if you do really like it, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, because this took me a long while. Like, this all happened maybe a week ago, and I'm barely releasing this video. It took forever to write this script. But anyways, let's get right off to when it all started. Immediately, we were off for the day and made a quick stop at some random labs, which is where I recorded my first ever footage in a public space. And I normally never do that if you've ever seen any of my videos. What's up, guys? We're at it. We're taking a break. This is really awkward because I don't record in public. Gosh. I'm ready. We're on our way. I'm like halfway there. Block it. Cut it. And this is where I'm going to say to like and subscribe, or else I would put on my mic, but I left it in my car or truck. The guy who was driving the truck for us. But yeah. I stopped recording because some random guy started staring at me like I was a crazy person. I mean, that's probably what I think. You see some guy start talking to his phone in a random Loves, I would be staring at them too. But I did walk out that Loves with a misshaped Piplup with a weird head for only 15 bucks. What a steal. So then we were off. Saw a store called Conduit and it was like, Minecraft reference? In the real world? So I looked up Conduit on my phone and it's a type of pipe. What? Minecraft in real life? Bro, I'm not even kidding. I look outside and nature and I think, Minecraft. Is that tree a Minecraft reference? And now this is notes from a whole 2 hours later and we're still driving there. And I'm like, oh, I can build a mob farm over there. Oh, I can terraform that mountain and put some random tower there. Why am I so brain dead? I legit live in a small, tiny town and barely travel anywhere. And when I do, I'm not vlogging. This is what happens when a Minecrafter goes outside. Dream the box, what will he do? King Mac outside, what will he do? And I'm out here for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate competition, not for stinking Minecraft. Also, the water rivers here were absolutely beautiful. They were so beautiful, I could look at them and not think of Minecraft first. I could just look at them and think of the amazement of how beautiful they were. But then I thought of Minecraft. As we got farther into the city, I saw a Cowboy Stadium and the Ranger Stadium. But that's not why I'm here. We quickly made it into the hotel, which is extremely fancy. Shoutouts to my grandma for paying for most of this. So we could rest and prepare for the big day. But before that, I had to do a couple little vids for this whole vlog. So let's look at that. Alright, so we're finally here. We've made it to the hotel. It's extremely fancy. I don't know how my family can afford this. But let me show you what you're supposed to bring to esports. Okay, I got a whole backpack right here. You get your Piplup. You need your energy. You need your Cheez-Its. I love Cheez-Its. Got the Switch. Yes, so we can get some street passes, hopefully. The Pro GameCube controller that I use for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Gummy Doritos. I got plenty of snacks. The game itself, I flipped the insides out because it's funny. Then we got chargers and money. That's legit all you need when you come to one of these special hotels if you're playing esports. But yeah, he's like, dude, when I'm going here, it was super cool. All the structures inspired Minecraft. I don't know why I came for Smash Bros. Like I keep thinking about Minecraft. I'm like, what the heck? This happens when you let someone like me, who does not go outside much, go to a big, gigantic city. It is too much for me. But anyways, I'll give y'all an update soon. Alright, we just woke up. I am extremely tired. I mean, I got to sleep, but I'm extremely tired. Today is the day. We're going to do it. I've actually watched a video on how big it is. It is ginormous, at least for somebody like me, because I don't normally go to these things. So it's really big. First, we'll get some IHOP, and then I think we'll go to it, because it's sometime at like 12. I don't know, but I'll see you then. I woke up and saw a street named Lamar, and I was like, bwah, 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 bwah. Bwah, 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 bwah. And then we stopped by an IHOP, which I have never been to at any time in my life. But honestly, this is up to the hype. Everybody's talking so much good about it, but I've never gone to one. But but then some pros walked in, all dripped out in their pro gamer sweat jerseys. Seeing people dressed up like that, it was so sick. Like, it's as if an anime fan saw a cosplayer. Like, just imagine that, but instead replace it with a gamer in his normal clothes. Like, it was crazy. Thankfully, they were all college and playing Street Fighter. They all looked like absolute sweats. And I did not feel like going against them because they'd probably destroy me. But thank God they were in college. Momentous thing to happen here. I'm touching grass for the first time ever. Guys, I have to subscribe, okay? Subscribe. Alright, so you know how I was talking about how almost everything in the real world looks like Minecraft? You cannot even lie to me. I saw a building while we were at the stadium, when we were walking there, that looked like a mob farm. Legit, all there was to get to it was stairs, and it was this giant gray box, as you can probably see in the photo or video or whatever's on the screen. But actually, what the heck is that used for? I don't care how many villagers you got in there or how much iron you're storing in there. Make a mob farm somewhere more convenient. Like, that just popped out of the ground and was just weird. It really threw me off, but anyways, I had to lock in because we were minutes away to locking in to a Smash competition. Sadly, it was already off to a bad start. When my two friends that came with us immediately got eliminated in the round of 16. They were both really good, so this really scared me that this competition was nothing to joke with. I was the beaming hope, the Obi-Wan Kenobi that our school had to make it past the 16 round. So the first fight started, and I locked in with my Ness. The guy I was going against used Isabel, and I'll try to describe what happened since the footage is guard, because they didn't even let us save replays or anything, so my mom had to record the whole thing. So I'll describe it the best I can. The first fight was off to a very fiery start, and I was able to clear somewhat easily. The fight consisted of predicting his side B and edge guarding against his balloon, because if you can just peek and fire that stuff, he'll immediately rise, get a throw. Pretty easy. The second fight started off with some tensions between us. I tried being a nice and respectful person because I didn't want to leave a bad impression on any other people that were there for the official Smash Bros thingies, but he randomly told me to stop using my PK Fire. But I am a Nest player. That's my whole thing, is using PK Fire and throwing. So I was like, fine, bet, I'll still clear you. Which I went on to do, but he absolutely cheesed me by camping with his fishing rod at the edge. But you know what? It was respectful. I have PK Fire. I'm an S main. I really can't talk when it comes to cheesing somebody. Now this is where it mattered. Can I outplay the side B, or will I fall short? The match started in his favor, surprisingly, but I was able to land very lucky shots and take his first stock. We went back and forth before mid-game. His controller dies. This is when I knew I was in his head. You could tell by the way he was fuming when changing the controllers. I was able to stay locked in, but he was all over the place. It was really close where any move would do anything when it came down to the last stop. I got the closest back throw and popped off just from the SDI. I thought it was all over. But then I had 1,000 IQ play. I knew what his next move was and read him like a book. This officially moved me to the next level, which was the top 8. If you're watching this, the guy that lost to me, I wanted to tell you GG's, but you ran away, bro. You were over here throwing a fit. But GG's, you were a good person if you ever end up watching this. The next round would be a best of 5 game against a hero main. Let me be clear for a second. Let me be Obama.
Let me be clear.
I have never played hero. I do not own him because I thought he looked lame when they first announced him. This definitely was a huge mistake on my part, but I had confidence in my Ness ever since that first round. The first round of this matchup started off extremely close between us. Stock after stock, he would end up getting his lucky RNG moment and winning the fight. Now, I don't hate him because he is the player and he honestly was super chill about everything. I just hate Hero, because I swear, he is so stupid. The next fight actually seemed promising. I had gotten a huge lead on him with PK fires and good throws and my PK thunder. But again, Hero's RNG quickly came back and took the lead. He does win this fight in the end and popped off because he thought it was best of 3, but realistically it wasn't. But that's where the footage ends. My mom forgot to record the last matchup, but it would be the same scenario. Ness gets huge lead, but then Hero does the Hero thing. Major props to the guy, he was very humble and chill about it. He really just outskilled me. And I also wasn't upset, and that was for very specific reasons. So let's have a little story time to give me some background around this whole thing. The trip, Smash Bros, the YouTube channel, everything. Let me tell you a little story. Back when I was 5, I absolutely loved playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Nintendo Wii. I always had wanted to go to some championship or event of some type. Anytime I had something in my class about writing a letter to myself, or my mom had said something about what I wanted to do in the future, it always asked me if I had been to a Smash event yet. That day, my dreams had finally come true. While it may not be as big since I'm still in school, this was the inner child in me rejoicing. The thing that has always been on my bucket list was finally complete. The thrill of the game had kept me going. Gaming was there through my darkest times, when I was going to the lowest of lows with friends and family. It was there when I was at my highest highs, playing with friends and family, creating some of the best memories I can recall to this day. Video games have always kept me going, and that's what inspired this channel, to share the joy of gaming with all the lovely people around the world. I want to thank my Lord and Savior for this opportunity, as well as my family for making this whole thing possible financially. I hope you guys love this video, because I hope to continue to do more. It took me a while, but I really hope you'll be able to appreciate every piece of effort that was put into this. Thank you, and I hope y'all are able to achieve your dreams one day, like I have. That's it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Go check out some of the other videos. See you guys. Peace!